Hello, hello, hello. It's Red Robot, and let's talk about the heavy. So, today I am in CP Powerhouse playing with the family business. I'm actually supposed to be trying out the Brass Beast, but I found that the family business was a really nice combo for the Brass Beast. The only change it's gotten is just increased firing speed, and its reload animation still covers the entire screen. Come on, Valve, you fixed the spies one. Anyway, it's just got a faster firing speed, and I figured it was good to pair with the Brass Beast because the Brass Beast has that really, really long spin-up time. It makes you really vulnerable, and it takes a really long time to, start fighting someone. So if you run around with the family business out, you've got all those 8 shots and the faster firing speed to help you deal with intermediate threats. And when you really need to lay out the damage, when you really need to take down a group of people, mow them down, you can pull out the Brass Beast and spin it up and have some fun. So yeah, I had lots of fun with the combo. My medic is probably the one who we should be thanking the most for what's going on here. I get a few lucky crits this gameplay. It's pretty ridiculous, actually. Yeah, here's a pretty funny situation. So you saw there's a soldier to my top right. I don't even notice. Like, who cares? I'm busy looking over here, and I can't decide if I should be shooting the NG or the soldier. And then there's the heavy, but then the soldier pops out again. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? Finally, a spy helps me out and backstabs everyone who's being distracted. Hopping on the point. So what they did to the Brass Beast? Well, all they did was added 20% damage resistance while spun up, and I reckon that's all the weapon needed. It was always like, it was never terrible. I mean, the stock's probably better, probably still is better, but now with the damage resistance, it makes you into more of a sentry than you were before. You can certainly dish out a lot more damage since you'll be living tons longer because of the health gained. And the new family business is just such a fun weapon to pair with it that it's playing Brass Beast Heavy is the thing that I can see myself doing, like, and not just as a joke, sitting in the corner, haha, I'm a sentry, you know? And I'm about to die, overextend without my medic like an idiot. And team balanced, and you know what that means. I'm going to continue this on the other team, kill the people that have been helping me, the medic that's been healing me. I'm just going to show you how much I really appreciate their help. This time I'm using the Deluxe Bar and the Tomislav. Now the Tomislav's got a 20% more accurate bullet cone, so less spread, which is amazing. I really love this change. It really allows for more skill-based play. You can show off your great tracking, or in my case, terrible tracking. And they also increase the spin-up bonus from 10% to 20%, which is, it's not really a big change. You can still dolphin dive around everywhere, and it doesn't really matter. But yeah, the Tomislav's probably my favorite minigun since the update. Just being able to be more accurate and taking out people from a little further distance away means that you can sort of 80 while spun up, dodge some rockets, dodge some bullets, duck, avoid some headshots. It feels like you're in kind of more control of your life as heavy. You're not as reliant on being close and being stationary. You can really jump around, spin up around. It's really fun. I really enjoy it. The Deluxe Bar got a change where not only does it overheal you permanently by 50, or permanently for like 30 seconds or whatever, it now gives you a little buff and overheal of 50 above that, so you're at 400, you'll drop down to 350, and now it regenerates every 10 seconds, and you can drop it as a small health kit, which is really useful. It was very frustrating when your medic was burning to death and you have a chocolate bar for him, and you can't give him the chocolate bar, and he's so hungry, but you just can't give it to him. It was awful. Anyway, yeah, so that was a really, really great change. So yeah, the Brass Beast and Tomislav, two great... I fell off there by accident, by the way. I didn't mean to be down here, overextending again, and I'm dead. What a surprise. And now the Natasha, it got the same change as the Brass Beast. So they added the 20% damage resistance while spun up, and they finally added the distance fall off on the stun. I know that when this weapon was first released, it was ridiculous. Like, if you got hit by one pellet of the Natasha from across the map when rocket jumping, you just stall midair and fall to the ground. I'm glad they've done something to this stun. It's really been the least interesting aspect of this weapon, and but now with the damage resistance, I can actually see this being really, really useful. It seems like now all of the miniguns, apart from the heater, which is still terrible. It depends. I think it's terrible. Now all of the the miniguns actually have a kind of a purpose, and they're all interesting to use. There's no minigun that you feel like you're just gimping yourself by putting on, you know? And here I am trying out the new Warrior Spirit when I should just be having my Natasha out. We would have just won if I used my Natasha, but I'm an idiot. I get crit. It was unfair. I should have won that. I should have won everything I've ever done. Anyway, here's a clip of the Warrior Spirit being actually good. And there's a problem because when you're creating melee weapons for heavy, you're creating side grades for the fists. And the fists, well, they're actually kind of good if you remember to use them. No one ever remembers to use the fists as heavy. It's sort of hard to make them do anything. The Warrior Spirit just got plus 10 health on hit, which is interesting. I'm glad they changed it. It's still not great. Here's the eviction notice being used. It gives you a speed boost on hit, which is very interesting. You can kind of cling to people and keep hitting them and hitting them and hitting them, and just use your health to take them out, which is nice. Here's me trying to play, this is the end of a whole game of me playing Fat Scout, using the eviction notice and the family business to get speed, and just 80-80ing with my shotgun. As you can see, we win pretty decisively. The cart's still at 100%, and I top score, which is pretty funny. Yeah, so I really love all of the heavy changes, actually, and I'm going to be playing a lot more in the future. Well, that was tons of fun, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.